when he has managed to push the right buttons this morning. Just getting everything set up before we get started. Do 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 do. Thank you for your patience this morning. Just gotta do a little setup here behind the scenes. Enjoy the sweet, steaming, rattling teapot of starting soon. Because that's how we roll around here. I gotta do all the things like mute the video I'm watching, pop the chat out. Which, in case you didn't know, you can't do that until after you start streaming. It's a feature. Thanks, YouTube. Really? Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're ready. I think I have everything where I can see it, which is good. Maybe. Let's see. Move that over just a little bit. And then that over just a little bit. Gotta get my microphone. It's like right in the way. It always sees everything. Good morning, everybody. Greetings, salutations. This is Winnie Wriggle. Welcome back to Chosen's Modded Adventure. We're in episode 27 this morning. If you can believe it. I have a lot of show and tell today. I was a very busy bee yesterday. And we have been very busy bees. We were busy bees on Monday, troubleshooting all kinds of fun things. Today, hopefully, will be a little more organized, although just as challenging, I think. Let's start things off by taking a look at our to-do list, because it's crazy today. It filled up the whole page. Almost had to go to the second page, but I just smushed it together instead. Okay. Couple of admin things I want to do. I want to talk about storage priority and refined storage. And we need to check on our iron farm because I actually turned it back on because I've actually used enough iron. I started worrying about how much iron we had. So first, let's talk about storage priority. Let's run downstairs. So this is our lovely external storage, and it is hooked up to the refined storage system. And when you put items in refined storage, for example, if I open up my storage and I take out some stone, right, and I use it and whatever, and I have some left over, and I just shift click it back in, the storage system has priorities for each of the storage locations. So this storage location, if we go back to the actual external storage connector, there's a priority button. And this, because I want things to go into these storage drawers first before they go on the disk, this needs to be set to 1. Guess what? It hasn't been set to 1 since I set it up. So we had to do a little fixing. So I changed this to actually be the higher priority of 1. We made sure that if we go upstairs, this storage has its own priority, and it's basically the disks in here, and they are now set to 0. It could be -1 if you want to be even more careful, but as long as they're different, as long as that external storage is higher priority than the disks. I came in here and opened this up, and one entire disk was full and the other was halfway full. Like, it was crazy talk. Apparently, I have been storing everything, like from the mob farm, and all of that has been going into anything that was going into this chest, our Ender external storage chest, was going onto the disk drives instead of to the storage. That's not what we want to happen. So to fix that, I took the disks out of this drive. You can see now one is empty. I took the disks out of this drive and put them in the disk manipulator. And that's its whole job, is to take things off the disk that don't belong there and put it in the right place. So I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off at the very beginning I wonder if YouTube will have a problem with that expression. Well, you know, it's like farmer stuff. It'll be fine. We'll drink more tea. Okay, so that's storage priority. You want to make sure that your external storage, and we didn't talk about it at all when I set up the system, and it's very important. If you want things to go into the storage drawers first, you have to make sure that external storage is set to a higher priority than your disk drives. Gary, what do you have today? Garbage, diseased garbage, purified garbage, plague stew. I mean, your selection leaves a lot to be desired, my friend. Thanks. Oh, and I think my backpack's picking up stuff. That's okay. Let's turn it off for a second. Okay, next on the list, we're going to run check on the iron farm, which is back at our old base location. So let's pop over there. We call it old base now. We've moved our home to the new one. Oh, nostalgia. There's still some poppies here because we don't have an urgent need for that. I think our bed's still here, yes. And a trash can, because that's important. Moved all of our create stuff. The farm's still here. And at some point I'll move the camel and the donkey. That's just a little bit of a trek. Maybe we'll do that when we're having a really chill stream. Okay, I left this chunk loaded overnight. It's not bad, really. It's a goodly amount of iron. We like it. We'll take it with us. Unfortunately, I cannot put it in storage from here because we are too far away. So we will have to take it with us the normal human way, which is manually transporting it in the backpack. And can we do a little bit of that? There we go. Oh, and I hear the dulcet sound of iron golems meeting their demise. Okay. That's not bad. Got 2, 4, 6, almost 7 stacks of iron. That's fantastic. I love it. And we got to check on the old place. You guys are still here being scared all the time. Like you do. Good to know it's still working. So, well, we have the chunks loaded. If we look at our FTB map, I've got the chunks right where the iron farm are loaded here. Oh, our wool farm. I wonder if we got wool. A little bit. I don't think they're technically in the loaded chunk. We can, yeah, no, they're outside of it. But every time I come here, it shears the sheep, so collect on that. We should probably make one of these at our other place. Okay. Skeleton horse. Having fun in the yard. Let's put our iron away. We've got 16k stacks of iron. What I did was I turned a bunch of that into gold and diamonds using our, can't remember the mod now, light exchange. We have a balance stone. And so you can, using iron ingots, you can turn them into gold ingots. And if we look at diamonds, you can use that gold to make more diamonds. And I was a little short on diamonds because I've been using them to upgrade our reactor. And we're actually going to, look at that, we went up to 20k. Nice. And we're actually going to do a little bit of that upgrading today. I know, pardon me, hold on. A little froggy in the throat this morning. I know that we ran into, let's just say, challenges in the last episode in regards to upgrading the reactor. I have prepared for that so that we should not in any way, shape, or form run into that problem. So our next upgrade is to go to Spirited. And to do that, we need spirited crystals. And a spirited crystal is just an emerald that's been put in the energizer setup that we have down here. So we have our little, I actually upgraded our energizing rods. Now they store 400K instead of like 30K. And so also our energy cables that are coming out of the reactor are also upgraded. And so I have already converted 6 stacks of emeralds into spirited crystals, which should be way more than we need because I already have 384 in here because I was tired of being caught unprepared. I also made a whole bunch more blazing crystals, which is the same thing just with blaze rods. So hopefully, and we need them to make spirited capacitors, and basic capacitors, and we were running into redstone problem last time, so I did 2 things to help alleviate that. Let's take a look upstairs. Our Wither Witch was not successful in terms of redstone. There was no redstone in here at all. So I went out and found us 2 regular vanilla Minecraft witches. And they have both been loaded overnight because this was yesterday. Because I waited 1 day to see if the Wither Witch would work. And overnight, 2 witches gave us 337 redstone. And I think part of the reason it's so low compared to a lot of the other stuff, like our skeletons gave us over 1,000 bones in the same period of time. 1 skeleton. I think the reason for that is that witches have a lot more drops. So the witches are giving us glass bottles, glowstone, redstone, spider's eyes, sticks, string, sugar, and the hats. So because their loot table is so complicated, also it's weird that they're not giving us potions. They're only giving us bottles. But that may be the nature of the Drink Me farm, to not fill it up with things that can't stack. I'm unclear. So I think this will be a nice supplemental source of redstone, which would be very good. However, I'm not sure it'll be, over time, like that was I was on late last night when I did this. So it's been like 12 hours, not 24. So assuming 24 hours, we would get around 500 redstone. That means we would get, what, 5 times 7, right? 300, 3,500. 500 times 7, 3,500 redstone a week. That's good. That's really good because clearly we're not going to use a steady supply of it. However, because we need a bunch of redstone to do reactor stuff and other things right now, I went ahead and went mining. And my good friend Dan was with me last night hanging out while we were mining. So our redstone is up. We have 5,000 redstone dust. Basically mined for like 2 hours down at Bedrock. We did pretty good. And that's also, a stack of redstone or 2 from the farm itself, from the witches. So we're in good shape on redstone for right now, which is good because to do some of this upgrading, I'm going to need more of all the things. There we go. Okay, so let's grab. Okay, the things we're going to need. Let's go ahead and make all the spirited capacitors we need. So we need 36 spirited reactor casings. So we need 9 of this recipe. So 9 times 4, we need 36 spirited capacitors, 36 basic capacitors. I don't think I have 36 basic capacitors, but we'll see. Oh, nope, almost. We're missing 4. We can fix it. I'm just making a stack of things because I'm so tired of running out of stuff. There we go. Put 16 in there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we have 36 spirited capacitors. Stick those in storage. Let's go take down our reactor. This always makes me nervous. My goodness. Okay, and if we take our reactor casings and put them in there, and we do this, we should get 36. Oop, those can go in storage. 36 spirited reactor casings. Wow, this went so much smoother than yesterday. It's amazing what happens when winning is prepared. Oh. And it auto builds itself, which is very nice. Okay, and then let's make sure. Oh, I think we have to reset and replace that connector. There we go. And I want to extract power from it, put back into our system. And we give it all its goodies. It should auto. Let's see. Want to insert the uraninite from the drawer. Yes, good. Okay, so this version of the reactor holds 100 million RF, which is insane. It produces 100K RF, or FE, forged energy. RF is the old way to say it. It produces 100,000 energy units per tick. And if you didn't know, there are 20 ticks per second in Minecraft. So if we say, looking at a calculator, which y'all can't see, and we say if there are 20 times 100K, oops, too many zeros. We're producing 2 million units of energy per second, which is 120 million per minute, which is 7.2 billion per hour, which is not too shabby. That's going to be important. There's a reason why I keep upgrading this. And it is because there are things in late game, particularly in Industrial Foregoing, and things like our Wither Farm that require a lot of power to run, like to the tune of, tens of millions per activity. So that's why we want to make sure that our power network can support that. I am going to turn this into auto mode so that it will stop consuming things when it's full. Right, so something's using power at a pretty significant rate. And I think that may just be the cost of our network power system. You're not doing anything, right? You're all done with your converting. Very, very strange. I don't know what's using so much power. I know that the refined storage system uses power just sitting there. And you can actually see, so the network transmitter, the external storage, the disk, all of these things cost power to run. So 131 energy units per tick is what it cost us. Now we're producing 100,000, but it is still a slow drain on our power system. What if there's anything else? I think that's it. I think that's the thing. Because I don't have anything else processing yet. That's what we're going to set up today. As another thing that processes stuff. Okay, so we checked on our iron farm. We upgraded our reactor again. I want to do some little fun things like upgrade our backpack. I also went mining in the Nether. And when I went mining, I had this fancy thing in my pocket. Scroll down. Oh wow, we used a lot of my power last time I went mining. Yeah, I used 8 million. Wow. I had a lucky rock in my pocket because I keep getting these from mining with fortune. And this one, not only do I get an efficiency bonus, but look at that. It gives 3.27 chance for extra loot when mining. And that extra loot when you're in the nether at the depth I was mining at included netherite scraps. So I have 60 netherite scraps. I have processed, I had 27 ancient debris, which we used an induction smelter from thermal to turn into scraps. So now we have 114, like divided by 4. We have enough to make like 25 or 30 netherite ingots, which is fantastic because I want to make, and unless our backpack still diamond, right? Yes, it's still diamond. I want to upgrade our backpack to a netherite backpack if we can. So we need a smithing table, the netherite upgrade smithing templates, which we have because we killed a wither. That's what drops. And a netherite ingot. So let's make a netherite ingot. Let's look for our smithing template. Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't want to make too many ingots. And then if we take off our backpack, and I do have a smithing table hiding somewhere. There it is. So what was it? Template, backpack, netherite ingot. Template, backpack, netherite ingot. That gives us a netherite backpack, which I have never had before. Ooh, it gives us 2 more upgrade slots, which is pretty significant. I don't feel like there's more storage, but there may be storage here that you would get if you scrolled, like once it starts filling up. And I also we have a tank. I added the tank upgrade. So I've got 44 levels of liquid XP hiding in my backpack. We're going to deal with some liquid XP conversion later in the episode too. That's really cool. Okay, fancy new backpack upgrade, which I love. Let's charge up our flux capacitor. It can just sit in there for a second. So that's our backpack upgrade. Very excited about. Okay. Industrial foregoing crafting. So, one of the things we want to do, we talked about, let's go over there and take a look. We made our wither processing unit, I will call it, here, using the shields from RF Tools. And it works fantastic. You build a wither in here, and the shields do damage to it, and then we just pick up the items. So we want to automate this a little bit. And one of the things I want to make is the Wither Builder from Industrial Foregoing. And then I took a look at the recipe. So the soul sand and the skeleton skulls and the plastic, we can handle that. We can even handle the nether star now. We have a handful of those because we've been processing withers. In fact, let's see. Yes, we have 4 nether stars. Those are easy to get for us. Slow, but easy. However, there's something in the middle here called a supreme machine frame. And in order to make one of these, you need a bunch of stuff. You need some netherite ingots. We got that covered. We got diamonds covered. We need ether gas. We'll talk about ether gas in just a second. But we also need an advanced machine frame. And to make an advanced machine frame, I need a dissolution chamber with some pink slime, some netherite, some plastic, and a simple machine frame. And to make a simple machine frame, I need a dissolution chamber with some latex, a pity machine frame, netherite bricks, iron, gold, and plastic. So there's a little bit of a nested recipe here. And this tells me that we need 3 dissolution chambers, 1 for each of these kinds of liquids, because there's specific crafting recipes related to them. We need 1 for latex, 1 for pink slime, and 1 for ether gas. Let's talk about ether gas. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get to this, but I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. It will not be in this episode because I need to do a little research, and I'm going to be gone next week. Just a reminder. I'm out of town. I'll put a note on the community page. I'm going on vacation with my family. But ether gas is something you get when you make a laser drill with a fluid laser base in industrial foregoing, and you put a purple lens on it. It's all doable. Those recipes aren't crazy, out of whack, but you'll see, and you have to do it, set the laser to be mining basically anywhere in the overworld. It's great. Any biome. Awesome. Look at this. Over a wither. So some of the requirements for mining things with the industrial foregoing resource production lasers requires you to put that either entity or mob or whatever underneath the drill so that it drills through them in order to get the thing that you're trying to collect. So we've got to figure out how to trap a wither underneath our laser drill, not aggro it because it needs to just sit there and be our new friend and not despawn. So I'm going to look up various ways to securely keep a wither in the same place. Like, I don't know, maybe we set up another RF Tools little shield thing that's just barely big enough to hold the wither sideways. Because he's got to stay in the middle or it's not going to work. Like, that laser has to go through his little head in order to produce the ether gas. And I suspect that this is not a cheap process. Like, this is going to cost energy. So, as an ultimate goal to do that, we need to do a couple of things. We need to go over here and set up a production center for... I left all my stuff upstairs. For all those dissolution chambers and things. And so there's industrial foregoings manual. And we can use that we'll use that ender tank later. And I think we want to do this down here. Doesn't really matter where we do the production. I have a dimensional cell. But it would be nice to be able to import the fluid into the storage system, which is, like we have a connection over here that goes up. So I wonder if we should, we can run it as far as it needs to run. So I'm tempted to put it over kind of against this wall so that we can, because you have the ability to store fluids in refined storage, and that would be very useful over time. For now, we're just going to put them in tanks, but eventually we'll want to import that liquid into the storage system so we can store a lot more buckets. So to do this, we're going to need a couple of things. We want to place down wood blocks with a block placer, and I'm going to use the one from Cyclic. And in fact, I should probably not put that there. Doesn't really matter, but with a redstone signal, it'll put a wooden block in front of it. And then what we want to do is take fluid extractors, and instead of just putting one of these guys, wow, I forget they place weird. There you go. We're going to put them facing the log. And if we turn this off, just so you can see, the little black TV screen should be facing the log. That's what you want to happen. So right now, all three of these guys, even without power, are extracting liquid latex from the log. Pardon me. We also probably want to set up our storage system to provide this block with logs so that we don't have to worry about refilling it. Okay, so we want to take the liquid latex out of these 3 blocks and put it in one of the dissolution chambers. And so what I want to do is we want to use XNet to run this. I want to be able to work around this. I want at least one space between all the blocks. And every block we want to interact with needs a connector. Okay, so those are all connected. In fact, we could use XNet to give this block. We could just put a barrel down here full of logs. That might work. So we want to do a couple of things. We want each of these is going to use a different liquid. And we want to put the latex in a storage for now. Yes, yes. So we'll say that can be connected there. I need a controller to control the whole XNet thing. Connector on the controller. And we also want to hook this up to a latex processing unit. In the event that we want to create more plastic. So it really doesn't matter where these go, but I'm going to put it next to, well, let's put it on top so that it's kind of very clear that we don't have to use XNet for this one. We could actually tell the latex processing unit to push it to the top. We'll do that, I think. Save the power. And then there's our XNet system. And we need a generator to jumpstart this, just like we have in the past. And we also need power to power the whole thing. And I'm just going to stick that maybe here. So that'll power that. But we also need it to power other things. And that should be it. And let's make sure all these are connected. And so eventually we'll have a tank for each liquid type for each of the dissolution chambers. And I would hook it up to our storage system. That does not need, what direction is that? That's east. Turn that off. And I think that'll work for now. Like, we're not actually going to be putting liquid in these two because we don't have pink slime or ether gas yet. But let's do this. Let's put labels. Latex. Pink slime. Ether. stuff. Okay, so for this dissolution chamber, we want it to have liquid latex from those machines. So we want to provide 2 different things with latex. We want to, well, first we want to power everything. So let's start there. If we say extract power and insert into all the others, anything that can take power is going to get power. Nice. And then anything that's a fluid extractor, first we want to make sure which tank is that. That's that tank. Which tank is that? The first one. Okay. So this is our latex tank. We want to extract the latex from our 3 fluid extractors. Woo. And put it in the first tank. Maybe. Possibly. Really? Why is that not working? Probably because I need to tell it it's a fluid channel, not energy. Somehow I've managed to get a hold of a controller that already had all its channels set up from a previous process. So let's clear it and then tell it, extract. It was trying to extract power. There's no power in there. Insert. There we go. So now this has got 500 and something buckets of latex. That's fantastic. Then this latex processing unit. Is this really power? I feel like we should recreate this. Yeah, energy. Extract. Insert, 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 insert. Nothing else needs power. That's good. Oh, I bet this needs to be set to provide power. Yep, there we go. So your dimensional cell, which you've already linked to our network, so now we have 20 million in our dimensional cell network. And this has been fully, this cell has been fully upgraded. What do we call it? Infused. We infuse it to get a discount on how much it costs to send energy wirelessly everywhere. That might be the other reason we're getting a slow draw on our power over here. Is that energy cost? Yeah, it's fine. So that is set up. Everything's got power. If we need to make more latex, we can tell the system to send liquid latex to the latex processing unit. And I forgot one step, which is that this also needs a sink, because that latex processing unit requires water. So let's chuck a sink back here and tell it the only thing that needs that water is the latex processing unit. So we're going to need another fluid channel where we extract water from the sink and insert it into here. And you can see that it's slowly filling up with water, which is great. We do not need more plastic right now. I think we're in good shape on plastic. We have 900 or so. Right now, I would like to get a backlog of liquid latex to use for crafting. And so what we want to do is figure out which dissolution chamber this is. We need another fluid channel. And I want to take the latex from here. Which one is this? If you double click on an item, it'll tell you where it is by highlighting it red. So here we go. I'm now putting liquid latex in here in this dissolution chamber so that we can make some simple machine frames. So we need some pity machine frames and some gold gears. Let's do that. And then we're going to need plastic, nether brick, and iron. So here's some iron and some nether brick and some plastic. And if we say plastic, nether brick, iron, gold gear, pity machine frame, we get ta-da, a simple machine frame. And I think in the next episode, we're going to get into auto crafting with refined storage. And there should be enough room here for me to add auto crafters to these so that we can request a simple machine frame when we need one, rather than having to just manually do this every time. Because you can only put one item in here at a time, which makes me a little crazy, but you know. We do a pity machine frame, please. Good news is it does hold the items until you need it. We're going to make a couple of simple machine frames, because I believe we need them to create some of the items that we need next, which is... Oh no, I think we've already made our mob slaughter factory, maybe. So if we look at the requirement for pink slime, the place that we get that, it's from a mob slaughter factory. Oh yeah, we've made one of those. So we're going to go set that up next in order to get our pink slime. And I think we're going to use ender tanks to move it over here. Possibly. That's slowly filling up with even more. Because we can't make an advanced machine frame without pink slime. And we need advanced machine frames for all of the other... like I need it for the advanced mob farm pieces. Mob duplicator, which will let us use the mob imprisonment tools to put mobs, whatever kind of mob we want in our mob farm, like gas. I mean, I know we already have a mob farm going on with the RS Nouveau stuff. Speaking of which, I want to check on our amount. It's just a crazy amount of other stuff. Woo. Amazing. Very amazing. Okay, so that is our basic, say basic, that is the start of our industrial foregoing kind of production area where everything starts from wood logs and latex and moves up. So all of our crafting for that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really good start for that. The next thing I want to work on is the actual mob farm so we can get pink slime. That is our next goal today. And I think we are going to... Don't need that. I don't think I need that. What do I have here? We have an absorption hopper, more power, the mob slaughter factory. Is that going to do this in the blue network? Yeah, sure. Why not? Enter tank to move liquids across. In fact, let's take all the ender tanks. Don't think I need... those things. There's our industrial foregoing crafting setup. And then a mob farm for pink slime. Okay, so let's go take a look at what I've already set up as a start. I hear Enderman everywhere. It's so crazy. Okay, so this is our wither mob farm. This is going to be our regular mob farm. And so what we want to do, so we've got dirt. I think for now, we will just make all of it dirt. We're going to need four different versions of the cursed chicken feed, because one rotten egg, it explodes a chicken and creates a rotten egg. One rotten egg will create a 5x5 area of dreadful dirt, and I've got a 7x7 area. So we're gonna need, like, it'll do one corner, but it won't do all the dirt, which is pretty funny. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, so we want this so that we can, backwards every time, set up our mob slaughter factory here, which is basically just going to kill whatever mobs appear in this box. And as a result of that, it's going to produce two things. It's not going to produce any drops, but it's going to give us pink slime and liquid meat. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? And we need to give it power too. It will work without power, just fairly slowly. So we're going to, I don't know how. Oh, I crouched on our elevator. That's going to be dangerous. Okay. Probably should put that anywhere else. We also, okay, let's give it power, which can live over here. Another one added to our networks. Now we have 24 million. Very exciting. And we will also need, since this will be a separate XNet system from the one downstairs, I think, do we want it to be separate? I think we do. I don't think we want to complicate things. So that means I need a network controller for XNet. That'd be one of these. So we need, well, apparently we need some redstone torches. That's what happens when you run out of redstone. Aha. Couple of repeaters. A comparator. A machine frame. And a controller. And we'll set that down here. Set all sides to out. That's getting power. In fact, I'm going to put the connector on the top. Makes more sense to me. Let's grab some tinted glass out of the storage system. So I don't need all of this there. We'll block that off as soon as we've made the dreadful dirt. Okay, and we need a way to turn this mob farm on and off. Dreadful dirt works based on light level. And so I've just put redstone torches and regular, like this vanilla for sure. And if we turn on F7, we can see the light levels inside here. If we were to block this off, they would be all red X's. But when it's on, there's no X at all, which means our mob farm will be turned off, which is important. And apparently, there's not enough light out here either. We run the risk of spawning mobs outside. Let's fix that with a little purple light. And our corners over here. Where did I put those? In a weird one. You should be here. Okay, that fixed our light levels there. Yay. What? Nope, that's too high. That's totally higher than what I have. Too enthusiastic, Winnie. There we go. Not enough coffee today. Too slow to set down blocks, apparently. The thing about fence posts and corners, it's a little challenging. There we go. Okay, there's still light problems here. Let's do that. Let's check all our sides. So we definitely do not want mobs spawning in here where they're not supposed to be at night. I still need to put a roof on this, you know, one step at a time with projects. We've had a lot of projects recently. There we go. Okay, so we've got our mob slaughter factory. We've got power. We should hook all this up, but I'm not going to until we get our dreadful dirt. Let's just run this over here. I'm making this awkward and dire wiry so that we can... there we go. So we can still walk around. Oop. Oh, speaking of no light. 0 light. Let's see, what else do we have? Don't I have, what are those called? There's something iron, there we go, the cage lanterns. I don't know why I can't remember the name of that. That help? Yes, that helps immensely. We'll figure something else out later. That's temporary, that does not torch spam. Yay. Okay. Back up to the mob farm. So now this is all hooked up. Let's give one an energy channel to say extract power from the dimensional cell and insert it into both the controller and the mob slaughter factory. So now this sucker's working. It's got power. And what we want to do is set its redstone mode to run with a redstone signal so that we can put a block, actually going to put one above it and get a lever. So when I give it redstone, it works. And when I take it away, and let's turn that off. There we go. So now it's not working. And now it is. Very important. Always be able to turn your systems on and off. Okay, but now I can't get in here. So let's move that over here. So now I have a little way in and out. Temporarily, we'll close that up in just a minute. Now let's go take a little nap. And run over and turn off our light levels here. Run over to our chickens. Well, first we have to make some chicken feed, some special chicken feed. So let's go do that. And in order to do that, this was also on my to-do list. Going to put all of this back in storage. Just for a minute. And get my flux capacitor out. Hello, shouldn't you be charging my things, sir? Yep, there it goes. Eat a taco. We're running low on tacos. That seems to be problematic. Do I have some? I do. Not many. Enough to get us going. Okay. Things we need to make. nutritious chicken feed, which will give us a golden egg, which makes delightful dirt, which we could use to spawn things like cows and pigs and sheep and friendly mobs. We'll do that later. Right now, I want dreadful dirt, which we need cursed chicken feed for. Because we need to make 4 rotten eggs, which means we need 16 buckets of experience. And right now, all of our experience is in nugget form from Ars Nouveau, or it's in my backpack here. And to get it out of my backpack, I don't really know how. Input, output, I guess we could use buckets. But I believe if we make the XP drain singularity tank from mob grinding utilities, which requires a singularity tank, which I thought I had, but maybe we don't. Put one in there. So we make a drain, and we should definitely make an XP tap, because how cool is that? And we set this down. I actually want this to be up so we can drain on it. If I stand on this, it takes my XP out of my XP bar. So if I go into our storage and get our giant XP chunks and eat them, you can see that as fast as I'm consuming the XP, it's being drained into the tank in liquid form, which is exactly what we want. There we go. Because I need 16 buckets. I'm going to stand here and eat some of this for a hot minute. Look at all those levels. Look at all that liquid XP. I think the tank holds 32 buckets. So we really only need half a tank. It's kind of awesome. It's just... I don't know if you can hear it. I think if I crouch, it goes faster. No, it's just the same speed no matter what. There we go, it's just draining me of XP. This was the easiest solution I could find to converting those nuggets of XP into liquid, because there doesn't appear to be any way to convert the experience gems into anything. Like, you can run it through a disenchanter to get liquid experience. I guess we could have done that. But I don't know if I need to stand on it or if you can just... Where was that? If I go like that, it just says greater experience gem. I guess let's look at it. Oh, so you can feed... Oh, it disenchants items and produces liquid XP. So I guess we could feed it the actual experience chunks and it would produce a liquid. And we could store that in a tank. That's cool. Okay, good. So there is a create way for doing that. I was not aware. This just seemed like the easiest thing to do. So now we have a drain with 29 buckets. And if I grab some, if Winnie could spell, we'd be in better shape. Let's grab 8 buckets. And now, there we go. Now I should be able to craft my cursed chicken feed because we have all these seed, spider eye, rotten flesh, and gunpowder. We have that in spades. There's 2. And we need more buckets. Eight more buckets to be exact. There we go. Ah, the chicken feed. Okay, we now have 4 packages of cursed chicken feed. Let's go down to our chickens, which I actually left on breeding with the little item from the animal feeder. So there should be plenty of chickens. Yes. And I believe this only dispatches 1 chicken at a time. And I'm actually going to turn on my backpack magnet so I don't miss picking up something. So here we go. Oh, goodness. That looked painful. And what did we get? Yes, we have 1 rotten egg from that. Beautiful. Ooh. All right, who's next? There's 2, 3 rotten eggs. Last one. Oh, goodness. Poor chickens. Thank you for your sacrifice, buddies. You've done good work. Okay. So now, if we go back to our mob farm, I feel like I should just set a home over here. We're going to fix this too. I think we're going to have stairs that go down, and I'm going to put storage in here for things. Like, we're going to get more drops than we're getting from our Ars Nouveau mob farm. I can just predict it now. Because there are more mobs that are produced on Dreadful Dirt than we have in the mob farm right now. Like, we have the generic ones, but there are a bunch more that'll produce a bunch of different other things. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I want to make sure I'm not accidentally making dirt outside of the mob farm. Okay, there were our 4 rotten eggs. All of this is now Dreadful Dirt. If I grab some dirt, nope, grab some tinted glass. That's what I'm looking for. Like I said, Winnie's not kind of awake yet today. It's fascinating, fun. There we go. Okay, we've closed that up, which means our light level should be 0 in there. And if I turn this on, making sure it's running, okay, and we turn out the lights, and it starts raining. Now we get mobs. And the mob... Oh, okay, hold on. You guys can hang out in there. The other thing I forgot... Well, we have a working area of a 1x1 block. So we need to make an upgrade for our working area here. And to do that, I think we need to go back over to where we were. Let's see. Add-on range. I think what we want is a tier 3. Which requires 2 redstone, 2 glass panes, and 4 bone meal. We can totally handle that. But guess what? It's in a dissolution chamber with liquid latex. Okay, the minor moon. So it is nighttime. Let's sleep off this rain. Let's grab... Let's hop down here. Let's grab some redstone. Glass pane. And what else? Bone meal? Which was 4 of those. And I think this is shapeless crafting. So if we go like this and like that, we should get... I think a tier 3 range add-on should be plenty. We'll try it. So let's run back over here. This is the We need the upgrade so that the mob crusher can dispatch mobs in a bigger radius. There we go. Now, so a tier 3 is a 7x7 working area. That's fantastic. Okay, and let me turn off that and turn back on the farm. And now we get zombies, endermen, skeletons, anything that slime, anything that can possibly spawn at night in the overworld will be produced here and dispatched. And the only thing a mob slaughter factory is going to produce is liquid meat and pink slime. That's it. So what we want to do is get a couple of fluid storage tanks. And actually, do I want to go ahead and put these into... I feel like I want to go ahead and put these in ender tanks, and then I can move this wherever I want to use it. So, oops. Let's turn off my backpack magnet. Okay, and ender storage tanks only work from the top and bottom. You can only put things in and out of them. So we need some connectors and some cable. And then we want to hook this up so that I can see those ender tanks. And then we want to color code these. Now the hard part is I want to filter them too. Meat. So I think the way we do it is turn one on. Oh, I don't want lava. We want to color code these. Definitely with like pink and brown. Do I have brown dye? Do I have cocoa beans? Oh no, how did we go to the jungle and not get cocoa beans? We're gonna have to go back to the jungle. Unbelievable. For now, what other dye do I have? Green? I mean, what we'll do is we'll make one of these have one green bar. And then this one will make pink. Okay, so pink is now empty. This one has one green bar. It's empty. What I want to make sure is that, oh good, they show up here. So I want to make a new channel called fluid. And I want to extract and insert. And what are you going to put in there? Liquid meat. Good, because that was the priority. And then I want you to, in here, I think we can prime this. So if I take a bucket, this is the way, it's basically a way to fake a filter. If I take a bucket and the only thing that's left in there is pink slime, and then I put pink slime in here, and then I set it up to insert, it should pull the pink slime. Yeah. Only the pink slime from the mob slaughter factory, which is fantastic. Woo. Okay, so pink and green, just beautiful. So we now have a system for producing pink slime. Not very quickly, but it's fine. It'll just sit here and do its thing. If I'm smart and load the chunks, There we go. It will keep running and keep producing pink slime. I do not think you'll ever have an issue with it overflowing or producing too much. Like, it'll fill up both of these tanks and the ender tanks and whatever tanks we put on the other side. We can always turn this off by turning our lights back on and turning off the mob slaughter factory. That's it. That's how you produce pink slime for industrial foregoing. Dreadful dirt. And you can do a 5x5 is plenty. I typically make my mob farm 7x7 because I also, if I want to spawn a ghast, the minimum size for a ghast is a 5x5. And you need a little bit of room left over for other things, like these guys. Slimes are pretty big. Pink slimes. Was this filled up? It's working on it. 7K. Are you... Direction is that? North? Just want it to be able to get that. You're extracting. I could probably filter this. Let's grab a bucket of meat and say this one is for meat and that back. No. Put it in there? No. Can I get another bucket? And grab some pink slime. And then use that to set the filter for this one. There we go. Oh, give me that. I don't know if having the bucket makes it easier, better. I feel like you're not sure the filter actually helps y'all. It's not a bucket, it's liquid. Number of ticks for each operation. I want priority mode, I think. Right? Does that give you... distribute's fine. Max, disable insertion if fluid level is too high. Enable, enable. Enable, enable. Insert. I guess the liquid meat is... Oh no, that's... I got them backwards. This is pink slime. Right? Yes. Yes, yes. Extract. Don't need a filter. Okay, definitely filled up the meat, no problem. I'm wondering why it hasn't filled up the pink slime yet. I'm gonna go put, oh, there's monsters. Here we go. Need to take a nap. There we go. Let's run set up the other ender tanks where we're gonna need them. Primarily the pink slime. Don't need the liquid meat yet or anything that I'm aware of. What we're gonna do is take away our singularity tank and put pink slime and get some pink dye. And make sure we're color coded. So this is now the pink slime bucket. And we're going to use fluid input bottom to pull. And it should pull pink slime from our ender tank, which is great. Why are you empty though? Oh no, you shouldn't be liquid meat. Oh, maybe I screwed up. Give me that. I wonder if we do need to filter it. Let us see. So I definitely do not want liquid meat in here. Get out of there. Okay, you're empty. I would like you to be pink slime. And only pink slime. And you... I feel like we should set them to go out different sides of this block, and that may fix our problem. So if I put a connector on the bottom of this, in our controller, we should now have the downside. And I want to extract. We want to make 2 channels. So I want to delete that. Oh my goodness. How are you outside of the fence, my friend? That's problematic. Okay. I found a slime statue. Thanks, game. What I would like to do is throw away most of those buckets of liquid meat because blah. Okay, what we need to do is say that the liquid meat is only ever going to go out the bottom. And the pink slime is only going to ever go out the back. And that way, the down, extract, insert, and the north, extract, insert. That should be why aren't you? Oh, what? Huh? What's happening to our power? Oh, that's power. Nah, that shouldn't even be a thing. Sorry. Wrong channel. That should also not be cool. Okay. The down. Yeah, goes into the liquid meat. The north. Good grief. Fluid. Extract. Insert. Aren't you? I accidentally turned the power off. Hold on. There we go. Now it has power. But why is our pink slime not going out of the tank? That's the back. That's south. We need north. There it goes. I had the wrong side of the tank. Wow, user error. There we go. 6 buckets. And the liquid meat we're not using, so it's just sitting there. Let's make sure it's on the right side. That's bottom, down, down. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Six buckets of pink slime. And counting. Yes, slowly going up. Okay, troubleshooting for the win. Yay. Check your directionality. It helps to read the directions. The front is where we want that pink slime to go. Which is a weird way to say that, but I'm glad I checked the direction. Okay, so the good news is that we don't have to manage drops from this because this only produces slime and liquid meat by using the mob slaughter factory. However, if we would like to produce other drops from this mob farm, we can make something called Mob Crusher. But to do that, we need to make an advanced machine frame, which is why we got the pink slime to begin with. So let's run back over to our setup where we now have pink slime available for crafting. And let's make a couple of advanced machine frames. So we have pink slime in our dissolution chamber. So I need plastic, netherite scrap, gold, and a diamond gear. So let's make a diamond gear. Grab some plastic. Some gold. Some netherite scrap, which miraculously we have a lot of because when he was smart and went mining. And let me look at that recipe one more time. Plastic, netherite, gold, diamond, and a simple machine frame, which we have made a couple of already. So we do like this. We go simple, plastic, netherite, gold, diamond. And now we should get yay! Ta-da! An advanced machine frame. Okay, let's make one more. And I'll probably craft a bunch of these off camera. Okay, I still need a diamond gear. Which, let's use that recipe. These are not cheap. For sure. But they are needed. So that is one component of our wither builder recipe. Advanced machine frames. If we go back over here, I need to make some pity machine frames. Plastic, netherite brick, iron ingot, gold. Gear. Let me make sure I have... I don't have a lot of netherite brick. It's okay, we can fix that. Automatically even. I shall show you if we go up to our... I've set up... I don't know if I did this off camera or showed it on camera or not. So our smelter here feeds things into the gold barrel next to it. And if we break this block, you can see that I've added a connector, an XNet connector to that. And in our system, I've said everything that's in the barrel, I want you to put in our ender chest that lets us store things like it's an importer into the storage system. So anything in this wall that produces an item, for example, I have the same thing with a mechanical squeezer. If, what was I doing earlier? I think I was using it to make blaze powder. So if I stick blaze rods in here and it makes blaze powder, you can see they're disappearing. And it's because they're going into, you can see the number going up. They're going into the storage system magically. So if I put some netherrack in our alloy smelter, which is just in smelting mode, and it produces nether brick, that nether brick is going into our storage system automatically. Hopefully. Why don't I see that number changing? Do we already do it all? We may have already done it all. No. Well, you're going somewhere. Three. Guess that is going up. Nope, it's not. Where is it going? Where's it going? Oh, it's going in here. Oh, the blaze is taking up because I moved the speed upgrades. Why did I move the speed upgrades? What was I doing? I was cleaning discs. There we go. So now, there they are. 171, there they go. Boom, boom, boom. It's a speed upgrade problem. Wow. There, you never know with modded Minecraft. It's all about problem solving, troubleshooting. Also, hiding ugly things. So as we set up machines that produce things, we will send them to this ender chest. So as long as I have some version of this, so it's red, white, red, I can have multiple of these. Like wherever we're producing items, if we want them to go into the system, we'll just chuck them in an ender chest, and that's where they'll go. We have the same setup up here in our mob farm. I just have it disconnected right now. Normally all these items would go into this ender chest and into the system, but I was trying to count redstone. So I took the pipe away that does that. In fact, we can put that back now that we know how many it produces. So we're using pretty pipes. And if we stick a pipe on the ender chest, it'll take anything that's not, our trash can's filtered to get rid of some stuff, but anything that's not on that filter, it throws in the ender chest and sticks in our system, which is what we want. That's good. Bones, carrots, gunpowder, all the things. This farm produces just ridiculous amounts of stuff. I'm glad of the coal, though. We'll never run out of coal. And it's powered by infinite lava that we have set up in the nether. So we've got an ender tank that does that. In fact, I feel like I should change the coloring for our lava tank to be orange. Do I have yellow dye? Do I have, what are they called? Dandelions? No. I have poppies. I don't think we've grown. Is there something we can grow that gives us orange? Okay, orange coneflowers, snowbells, daylilies, which I'm pretty sure we have. Let me get some bone meal because I know they're out in the garden. Beehive. Ding. Don't need to dye. I want to save that. Don't need fluid storage tanks. More the eggs. Golden gears to remind me to make more of that stuff. Okay. Let's take a nap first because it's dark. And if we run out to our bee apiary, which we probably should check because I bet it's full. I don't have this hooked up. Oh, we're so close. Okay. All the honey. Stick that in the storage for now. There should be a daylily in here. I could have sworn I had daylilies. I do. I have like 3 of them. Okay, let's grab some. Or 2. 2 is fine. We get more than that. And then let's put these in a hopper. When I say that, we're going to need more than a few. Maybe not. Maybe let's just grow a few. We have so many bones. We're never, ever going to run out of bone meal. And it's raining. 54. And do they make 2? No, they just make 1. That's fine. Orange is good. All I want to do, this is going to break this for a hot minute, but that's okay. All I want to do is change the color coding on our lava tank. And then let's go to I think it's our Nether Fortress spawn. Our lava thing should be here somewhere. Nope. It's the other one. My bad. Yep, this one. Okay. Which is over here. Nope, it's over this way. Sir, I'm busy. Why is there so much fire? Y'all have been busy little bees. Where's my lava setup? Way the heck over here. Okay. We don't need none of what you're selling. Thanks. Could have sworn I set up a... Ouch. Did you get teleported away from me? That's hilarious. I don't know what does that. Some trinket I'm carrying causes mobs to teleport if they hit me. Oh, he went bye-bye. Okay. All we need to do is change the color of this. There we go. Now you have lava. Now you're providing lava. It's good. We're using the create... what is this called? Hose pulley. And as long as you're over at least 10,000 solid blocks of lava, it treats it like an infinite lava source, which we are. because there's only lava around here. Okay. Thought I removed y'all. I need to check that. Maybe we just lowered the instance of the little nether dragons because there were just way too many. I think they were at like 10%. We lowered them to like 0.1%. Way better. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't break this farm. You have lava? Yes, that's good. That's all we need. Because it is lava into the volcanic source links that produces source, and that source is powering our little dreamy guys and this mob farm. Nice. Put the blaze rods in there. Anything we stick in here goes into the storage system. Ender chests for the win. Such a great way to do it. Oh, okay. Didn't want to make you orange, but that's fine. Let's put all that away for now. I can always grab it back again in the future. And that. Now I want to check my to-do list. Okay, we set up the industrial foregoing crafting. We converted solid XP to liquid XP. We made dreadful chickens. We made a mob farm for pink slime. We have finished our to-do list. Good morning, Winnie. It's going very well. How are you today? I hope things are awesome. This evening, you're up. Well, it's not quite your bedtime, but it's still a little late for you. I have been a busy little bee working on mob farm stuff. And I am astounded that I got everything done on my to-do list already for the stream. I was hoping I could sleep off this rain. But instead, I think I have a fishing rod. Yes, we lost our good fishing rod in the great death at the end. Which is okay, that happens. Oh, I have slime heads now. We're gonna put these guys. There's one. And a slime statue. Which is pretty cool. To get more into the statues mod. It's tough because you have to catch bats. I need to find a way to farm bats. Oh, I guess we could use the mob duplicator and grab a statue bat when we're in a cave and use industrial foregoing to do that. We'll have to look into that. Right now, I'm going to run down to our dock because it's a glorious rainy day in Minecraft. We're going to fish for a few minutes because my brain is exhausted from setting up all the mob things. We did a lot today. We don't spend much time down here in our pretty dock. Catching the fish. I missed my Neptune rod. We lost it when our stuff died in the end. And I had to recreate everything. But now we have gravestones, so that won't happen again, thank goodness. Yay, one salmon. Base is looking pretty good from down here, even in the rain. I need to roof our tower of mobness. We'll do that before the next episode, which is going to be in 2 weeks. I will be gone all next week on a family trip. I'll post in the community chat just to make sure folks know. but I will not be here Monday or Wednesday next week. Ooh, angler trophy. Increases luck when fishing. We should put that on. Doop. Doop. That'll be good. Oh no, not the right. Yeah, yep. My good fishing Neptunian fishing rod that had like all the enchants on it. Very sad. And I don't think I have enough Neptunian ingots to make a new one. But hopefully this one has Luck of the Sea 1. I'm hoping to just fish up a better rod at some point. We need some Luck of the Sea 3. Although technically we have infinite experience now. I could probably go enchant a good one. But you know, sometimes you just want to fish and have a goal for fishing. And if my goal is to upgrade my rod, then there's a reason to fish, right? Looks pretty good in the rain. Easter trip, yes, very much so. Got plans to have Easter brunch on Sunday at a restaurant on the water. Should be really nice. I'm getting to meet my one niece and one nephew I've never met for the first time. They're both a year old. How sad is that? I don't get out to see that side of the family as much. My sister brings her niece here all the time. But I've met one of my nephews, but then everybody had babies. So I've got a niece and a nephew that are both like a month apart. And they're both a year old from two different siblings. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to meet them. So I've watched a whole rash of, or seen a whole rash of videos come across my dash in the last couple of months. And it's been kind of a trend, maybe over the last year or so, to see videos that talk about the downfall of Minecraft, or the lack of popularity with Minecraft, or Minecraft is dead. And I'm highly amused to now see a combination of other different videos, some of which are focused on how much people love Minecraft, and they talk about it. Most of those are from kind of a nostalgia perspective. Like, I started playing Minecraft when I was this years old, and it means a lot to me. And that some of the homages are beautiful. I don't mean to disparage that kind of video, because they're lovely and they make me, you know, teary-eyed and nostalgic as well, because it's also an important game to me. And then also I saw what came across my dash this morning as a video, and I've saved it so I can watch it later. But its title is Minecraft is Fun Again. And I thought that was very interesting, because I don't ever think that Minecraft hasn't been fun. I think it's always been fun. But I think what happens is that people change over time, and what you like changes. And we as humans crave variety and difference. And that doesn't mean that the thing that we loved in the past is not still something that is enjoyable and fun. But I think it does mean that you have to have self-awareness about, right? Like, what idiot wrote that? Like, it's always been fun. I think it's part of the reason I play modded is to keep it interesting. I love vanilla. I love our vanilla series that I have going on with physics, because the vanilla game is also changing at a pace that I almost can't keep up with. And I understand that as humans, we also hate change. So I try to always have a very open mind about how things are changing in the game as we go. I hear a zombie. Oh, hello, sir. Are you coming to visit? I'm afraid you're going to be drowned by the time you get here. Maybe. Nope. You're just going to come say hi. I like your purple shirt. Thanks for the snacks. It is nice to go back to Minecraft after a break. And I think that is the whole takeaway for me when I see these videos. Now, I also understand that the YouTube algorithm is a harsh mistress, and sometimes people are just trying to follow trends. And if one person makes a video like that that's successful, there are a whole bunch of people who are out there studying the trends, and they're like, oh, that kind of video is successful, so I'm going to talk about Minecraft. Which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do think every game that's a good game and fun to play, to me, many of them, not all of them, many of them are fun to go back to and play. It's what keeps us going back to Ark, right, Koala? I mean, well, there's a group of us that play a lot of Ark. And not vanilla Ark, by the way, modded, mostly, for the most part. Because who needs those kind of rates? Jeez. Innies are your friend. Change your innies, because it makes it nicer. I haven't changed the innies in my Minecraft. For example, I was mentioning earlier that there was a mob in the Nether. Those flying dragons. And they were just ridiculous. There were ridiculous numbers of them. Like, there was one of them every 30 blocks in the Nether, which made the Nether experience not pleasant. I don't mind a unique mob every once in a while. I had the same problem with the Enderman with teeth in the end being so frequent. So I worked with my server admin to change the configuration to lower the rate at which those mobs spawn on the server. I don't mind one or two nuisance mobs occasionally. You know, it makes it interesting and fun because it is different. It is modded. But, oh my goodness, don't completely ruin the experience of an entire biome because you want your mob to spawn or you didn't think about frequency. That'd be like having a witch spawn every 20 blocks in the overworld at night. That's crazy. Minecraft's not designed that way. Look how long it took me to find a witch the other night, and I still didn't find a vanilla one. I had to go back out hunting. I found them in a cave, by the way, in case that was unclear. Anyway, I just was rambling about how, if nothing else, Minecraft always generates quite a lot of opinions. Oh, and there goes our rain. Nice. Look, it's a beautiful evening in Minecraft. Take our little stroll up the hill in the darkness. I do have quite a few of those mega torches to keep mobs down. Although I think we're just enjoying the new spawn rates in vanilla. That is, that they are not as high as they used to be. Especially when you have moonlight. Yes, I'm going to come pick up this one scaffolding. There we go. Just randomly out there from my construction. I think the tower turned out pretty good. I can't wait to have a roof on it. Someday I'll tear down our color palette blocks, but right now I like them. They're like a sculptural feature. And I still haven't decorated the back 40. You know, we'll put a rose garden back there someday. How is, speaking of the back 40, how is our power doing? Pretty good. I think we're good in terms of how much it generates. The next upgrade for the power mod is ridiculous. It's called Nitro. Okay, Koala, good night. Have a wonderful evening and sleep well. Take care. So our nitro upgrade is ridiculous. We need to use, of course, the existing spirited reactor blocks. However, a nitro capacitor requires nitro crystals, and a nitro crystal is when you energize a nether star, two blocks of redstone, and a block of blazing crystals. Now, blazing crystals is energizing either 4 blaze powder or 1 blaze rod. So I actually have a backlog of those in the system because I knew this was happening. But 2 blocks of redstone. The good news is it gives you 16 nitro crystals. And I think we need 3 stacks to make a fully upgraded. Maybe 4 stacks. We'll say 4 stacks to be safe. So we need 4 times 4, 16 nether stars, 32 blocks of redstone, and 16 blocks of blazing crystals for the next upgrade. We're definitely going to save that for the next episode, because if you look at the stats here, so right now we're at spirited. We're producing 100k energy per tick, and there's 20 ticks in a second. So we're producing 2 million K per second right now, and we're storing 100 million. We will increase that by a factor of 5 by going to nitro. We'll produce 50,000 RF per tick, which I gotta do the math real quick. No, 500,000? 500,000. 500,000 times 20. That's 10 million energy units a second. I don't think there's anything we can do that would use that much power. And I think that's the highest. Nitro is absolutely the highest you can go with the power mod that I'm aware of. So there's that to look forward to. Put all these fishies back up. Put my fishing rod in my backpack. Yay. That I still haven't figured out how to get the XP out of my backpack. What is this called? Sophisticated backpacks. Experience. There's a tank upgrade, which is what I added. Oh, here we go. Pumps experience between the tank upgrade and the player. Okay, so that's what we need. So I have the tank. Like, this is so silly. Oh, that's sophisticated storage. We need backpack. Okay, there's the tank. So there must be some kind of... There we go. Pump fluid between tank upgrade and adjacent blocks. Pump fluid between a tank upgrade and the player. That's what we want. So we need a blank upgrade and a pump upgrade and another pump upgrade and a bottle of enchanting. I'm missing 1 bottle of enchanting. Ew. I can trade with a cleric. I can put liquid essence into a dissolution chamber and produce a bottle of enchanting. You know what? We could do that right now. Probably. Let's see. If I take a bucket, I don't know why I decide I need to do this kind of stuff at the very last part of the stream, but you know. If I put 4 buckets of XP and grab some bottles, and we go down here to our dissolution chamber that's not being used, and I put those in it, and I stick a bottle in it. What else do you need? Let's look at that again. Essence. Oh, so it doesn't like essence. It doesn't like liquid XP. It wants essence. Okay, we'll take that out of there. That's too bad. Surely there's another way to do that. Like, come on, game. Give me a break. Where's that recipe? Why can't I see that? If I go like this and go like this. Oh, no, that's what I want. Bottle of enchanting. Oh, we could do it in a solidification chamber, which we have. With actual experience and a bottle. Yes, maybe, viewer. I have them. I just don't have them powered. But that's easy to fix. So if we take our solidification chamber, is there anywhere that has a connector on it? Yes. Stick it right there. Go over here. It should have appeared on the XNet. It didn't. Why? Up. Are you not connected? I see that you have a connector. Oh, there you are. We want you to have power. Yes, yes, power. And then we'll stick some XP in you. Nice. Look at that, XP, and then we stick some bottles. Ooh, that takes a lot of power. That's okay. Yay, bottles of enchanting. How many go in there? 50? 250. Okay, so it'll be even. That's good. That's all we care about. Okay, if I put these in storage now, I should be able to make... What was I trying to make? Backpack upgrade. There it is. Haha. Haha. Okay. Oh, wow. How do I make you go the other way? Oh, here we go. Pump experience from player to player. 2. Gimme. Gimme. Repair items. Take all experience. There we go. Here's my 45 levels. Okay, let's store that in over here where I normally keep my XP. Because we have 109 levels stored up. That's good. That's very good. Okay, that was a very roundabout, crazy way to convert XP. But I'm excited. Store. I'm excited that we figure out how to get the experience I've been storing in and out of the backpack. It's very important. For reasons. All kinds of reasons. Okay, I think that is everything we have time for today. We did a lot. We got our mob farm set up. In fact, I'm going to try to go over there while we say goodbye. We now are producing liquid meat, which we're not using for anything yet, and pink slime from our mob slaughter factory. So mobs go in here, they get dispatched, and pink slime goes into our set of ender chests so we can use it for crafting for all the industrial foregoing things. Thank you very much for watching. If you don't mind, hit the like button on your way out. It helps me out and I appreciate it. In the meantime, remember, you are all the shiny stuff that awesome is made of. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.